there of the Celtic manager, Ronnie Tyler. And you can hear now the atmosphere has just about reached fever pitch here in Murrayfield. Well, supporters just being reminded, of course, of the starting 11 for this evening. And if you missed this earlier on, that is Fraser Forster, Adam Matthews, a back two of Mikael Lustig, Virgil van Dijk and Emilio Izagirre at left back position. Into midfield we have Callum McGregor, Charlie Mulgrew, Stefan Johansson and Neil Bitton, and our front two we understand of Anthony Stokes and just behind Chris Commons. And as we welcome the team onto the field, I'm now joined in the commentary position by Celtic editor Paul Cuddihy. Paul, it doesn't get any bigger than this.
It certainly doesn't, Kenny. This is the biggest game of the season for Celtic, for Ronnie Tyler. I noticed that you just decided to give the Celtic line-up rather than the Legia Warsaw line-up with those tricky Polish names, but Celtic in the green and white hoops tonight. Legia wearing their change red top, black shorts and black socks, leading by 4-1. Obviously they're in the driving seat, but we've seen it before. Last season we needed to score 3 goals against Shakhtar Karagandhi. We did so. We need another performance like that tonight.
Well, it's interesting you say that, Paul. We're speaking, of course, to Scott Brown and our viewers, heard from him earlier on, asking about that game against Shakhtar Karagandhi, and he does say it's something that influences the team just now, that they know they've done this before, they know there's goals in this team, and most importantly, they know it can be done.
We certainly can. It's going to be a tense, it's going to be an exciting night here at Murrayfield. We hope it will be a successful one for the Scottish champions as they look to reach the playoff stage of the UEFA Champions League. They know what they need to do. Well, ideally win by 3-0, although we'll take 4-1 and go to extra time if necessary. If we go to penalties, we know they're not too good at penalties, Kenny, but the most important thing, I'm sure, is that, to start the game in the right fashion, take the game to Legia and be really tight to the back as well.
I do remember, of course, to get in touch with us here in the commentary position by comments at CelticFC.com. You can also catch us on Twitter at CelticTV.
Charlie Mulgrew, captain again this evening. He's just gone through the pleasantries with the Legia captain. We'll quickly run through the Legia team. Dusan Kuciak is in goals for the Polish side tonight, with Tomasz Jotlevic, Andrzej Duda, Inaki Astes, Tomasz Brzezinski, Mikhail Kucharczyk, Ivica Dolchak, who is the captain. Of course, he missed those 2 penalties last week in Poland. Jakub Zezniak, Lukas Broz, Miroslav Radovic, of course the 2-goal hero for Legia last week, and Mikael Zaro, who also got on the score sheet. Anthony Stokes in the starting 11 this afternoon. It's going to be the huddle. Charlie Mulgrew will get the players together as the strains of Jerry Marsden and the pacemaker sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." And certainly tonight, a very, very healthy Celtic crowd again here at Murrayfield, and we'll need every one of them tonight, this 12th man, as we try to get through.
Absolutely, Paul. I think we were trying to see in the pre-match show there how important these supporters will be. I think they're creating a fantastic atmosphere. Just can't wait to see a Celtic victory here this evening.
It's going to be Celtic to kick off tonight, shooting from left to right as we look from the main stands here at Murrayfield. We're up just behind the 2 dugouts. Ronnie Tyler, of course, in the Celtic dugout, is a fellow countryman, Henning Berg, in the Legia Warsaw dugout. The 2 Norwegians clashing. And it's going to be Chris Commons and Anthony Stokes over the ball. Legia defending the goal, behind which the mass ranks of the Celtic support raise scarves at the moment, singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." A wonderful sound, a wonderful sight. Assistance and gets the game underway. Celtic 90 minutes, they know what they have to do. There's Neil Bitton in the side tonight. Adam Matthews, a right back, of course he played left back last week in Warsaw. Mikael Lustig in the central defence tonight for the suspended Efe Ambrose, and Emilio Izagirre takes up a left back position. He's over the halfway line, down the left hand side, he's nudged, and the first free kick goes after 20 seconds to the champions, and perhaps even in this early stage a chance for Chris Commons to swing the ball into the box. Not sure if any of the big men will push forward. In fact, Lustig and Van Dijk both moving forward, and my goodness, how Ronnie Tyler would like a goal inside the first 60 seconds here. Sure, it would raise the roof at Murrayfield. Chris Commons over the ball, pass right to the edge of the Warsaw penalty area. Every Legia player back deep in their own half. Celtic on the attack. Chris Commons calls it near post. It's headed clear. Commons knocks it back into the danger area at the edge of the box. Headed clear by Jotlovic, and it's Legia who tried to bring the ball clear. And eventually Lustig knocks it back to Adam Matthews as the furthest man back for Celtic of the outfield players. Just knocks it inside to Charlie Mulgrew, playing in the central midfield again. It's just a short ball from here. He's in the centre of the Celtic half, rolls it across to Virgil van Dijk. He's playing on the left hand side of this central defence. Emilio Izagiri down the left flank over the halfway line, checks his run. He's got Beaton inside him, forced to play it back just into the Celtic half, where Virgil van Dijk, third time lucky there, Kenny. So used to seeing Efe Ambrose in that defence. Of course, he red carded just on the stroke of half time last week. Charlie Mulgrew in the centre circle, drives forward, stabs it forward to Commons. Commons immediately challenged there. Referee base play on. I thought that was a foul there by Dolchak, but the referee having none of it, and Celtic just hunting down this ball. Listen to the roar of the crowd. It's been a tremendous atmosphere. You have to say once again the Celtic fans have really turned out in their numbers to back the team tonight.
Exactly. And you can see this fantastic sea of green and white we have here at Murrayfield here, Paul. They responded to that never say die attitude shown there by Chris Commons and Anthony Stokes. They're determined to win that ball back, and they got the rewards, and we'll need that for the whole entirety of this game this evening.
Well, the Celtic support know how important they are tonight. Lustig skips past two challenging, he's fouled there. It was an easy one this time. Duda penalised in the edge of the centre circle in the Legia half of the field. The referee not happy with Jotlovic, but Celtic take the ball quickly. Izagiri flies into the box, he just goes behind Stokes. It's headed not too convincingly there by Astes, but clutched at the edge of the 6-yard box from Kuciak, the goalkeeper for Legia tonight. Paul in lime green just drops the ball on the edge of his own 18-yard box. Stokes the furthest man forward for Celtic as the ball's played over the halfway line. Izagiri knocks that one back in towards the centre circle. It's missed by Duda, missed by Beaton. It's picked up by Legia. The ball stabbed through, but Adam Matthews playing right back tonight. Read that one well. He's about 25 yards from his own goal. Checks his run, knocks it back to Beaton, who's just come short, and it's across to the edge of the Celtic penalty area on the D. Virgil van Dijk knocks it forward, but Izagiri just couldn't quite keep that one in play. About 12 yards over the halfway line, and it's a throw in to Legia just over 3 minutes gone, as you expect. Celtic trying to take the game early to the Polish champions.
Well, that ball just ever so slightly crept out into touch there, Paul, but two thumbs up from Izagiri towards Virgil van Dijk. It's the right idea, it's positive play, trying to get our fullbacks involved, and another break here for Celtic.
Stokes tried to find McGregor with the 1-2, missed him, found Mulgrew. Lustig knocks it out wide to Matthews. Matthews down the right flank, still Adam Matthews. He knocks it on for Callum McGregor's on the edge of the box, plays it right foot, crosses blocked. And with the second attempt, it's cleared by Brzezinski up towards the halfway line. Only finds the head of Lustig, and Celtic with all the possession in these early stages, as you would expect. Virgil van Dijk on the edge of the centre circle in the Celtic half of the field. Lustig knocks it forward again to Matthews. He's just standing in front of the Legia technical area. Henningberg out shouting instructions to his team. The last thing he would want is an early goal conceded. His side, of course, have that 4-1 advantage from the first leg. Virgil van Dijk over the halfway line, down the left hand side. He's got Izagiri out wide again, tries to find Izagiri. The ball spins to him, two players round him. Izagiri does well, still Izagiri, but eventually runs out of play, and it's a throw in to Legia. And Lucas Broz, of course, he set up the 4th goal last week, and he will take the throw in no great hurry to take it already. Legia will just be trying to kill any momentum that Celtic are trying to build up in these early stages, Kenny.
Well, I think it shows their intentions from the start here, Paul. We're only a couple of minutes into this game, and already they're lacklustre when it's a free kick. They're trying to run down the clock as quick as they possibly can. They don't look like a team that's come here to play football, Paul. They just want to come here and try and get the result they already have and get through to this next round. But Celtic, of course, have other intentions.
Matthews down the right hand side again, a sliding challenge. There's Kucharczyk there, just puts the ball out of play. A large travelling Legia support tonight, and we hope they'll be silenced before too long as Matthews just throws it into the centre of the park. And Mulgrew back to the Welshman. He knocks it onto the halfway line, and Lustig first time into the centre circle where Virgil van Dijk's in space. Thinks about playing it to Izagiri, instead just plays it short to Mulgrew. Out wide to Matthews. Matthews has got McGregor out on the right flank. Now finds McGregor, tries to play it through, and it was a sliding challenge there from Estes as Adam Matthews ran in the inside right channel, but it's a throw in 20 yards from the goal line. Commons takes it quickly, gets the return, fires it to the left hand side, good ball towards Izagiri, just heads it first time. He was looking for Stokes, and that was a clearance by Zesniak there, taking no chances, clearing his lines. Virgil van Dijk's got plenty of time, and Fraser Foster, I think that's his first touch in the game after 6 minutes. It shows you how much the play's been played in the Legia half so far.
Well, as we say, Paul, it's nice of Virgil van Dijk to give Fraser something to do. Hopefully that's the only thing he will be doing in this entire game. A clean sheet's so important as well. But it's that last combination between Chris Commons, Adam Matthews and Callum McGregor. I'm expecting another big performance for him tonight, after I think he's shone quite brightly over in Poland, although it was of course a disappointing result.
Johansson picks the ball up to Commons. Commons tries to knock it through, he's looking for Stokes. Just gets in there ahead of the Irishman and just clears it over on the far side. I saw Commons getting the ball onto his left foot. He was maybe trying to work an opening to have a shot. So close to scoring last week, the ball skimming off the top of the bar. It's Celtic on the attack now with Johansson. Johansson on the edge of the Legia box, plays it to Izagiri, into the box, looking for McGregor. It's headed clear by Estes. McGregor, of course, 2 European goals already, both of them coming away from home. Reykjavik and Warsaw. Can he make it? Third time lucky in the Scottish capital. Almost at the corner flag, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Some of the Celtic fans over on the far side thought that was a corner kick. Izagiri thumbs up for the ball there from Johansson, but it's a goal kick to Legia, and we've gone just about 7 minutes. Still goalless here. There's a long time to go in this game, of course, but I'm sure the sooner that Celtic get the first goal of the night, the more buoyant the atmosphere will be.
Absolutely, Paul, and I think you can see it's 7 minutes in here, but the way Legia are playing, they look like a team that just want this game to go over as quick as can be. They just seem to thump it into the Celtic half anytime they break up an attack. There's no real attempt to play any sort of football, as I've mentioned already, and hopefully Celtic can exploit that.
The ball played back, it was a long back pass there, and Kuciak had to read that one well, because Adam Matthews was the furthest man forward for Celtic. Lustig does well there playing central defence tonight, of course, normally the right back. In place of the suspended Efe Ambrose. McGregor knocks it into the centre circle, but it's picked up by Legia. Suddenly they've got 2 men forward, the ball played forward. Kuciak managed to keep that one in play, but it's always going to be difficult to find Radovic, and Lustig happy just to shepherd that one out for a Celtic goal kick. Foster was looking to try and play it short to Virgil van Dijk, but suddenly Legia have got a few players forward. This is what they did to great effect in the first leg, tried to stop the Celtic back four getting the ball. I suppose it's always that dilemma for them. Do they sit back and hold on to the lead, or they try and press Celtic further up the park and maybe leave openings?
I think that, as we've said, the opening moments they've been trying just to sit back and trying to get an idea of how Celtic are going to attack them, but what I've seen from Celtic is, Paul, they're switching it from left to right. It's some crisp passing play here. There's a break here for the away side. Kuciak
trying to get through, he skips past Lustig, he's on the edge of the box on the left hand side, he's on his left foot, curls the ball towards goal. It's blocked by Matthews. It's the first corner of the game with just about 9 minutes going, and it goes the way of the visitors.
Well, from absolutely nothing, we saw a break there from Charchik, as he kind of just skipped away from Mikael Lustig and got the break of the ball, but his cross was blocked by Matthews, and Celtic going to have a corner to defend in the 9th minute of the game.
Well, we always expected Legia just to try and hit Celtic on the break. It's going to be Brzezinski, the left back, to take this, and as you would expect, Legia have pushed the big men forward. In fact, everybody bar the goalkeeper is in the Celtic half at the moment. Most of them are congregating in the penalty area. The ball played across, it comes off the top of Beaton's head, punch clear from the edge of the 6-yard box by Fraser Foster. The danger still not clear, the ball far across, and there's no one there, thankfully, for Legia, and it's out for a throw-in down this right-hand side for Celtic, about 10 yards from the corner flag, deep in Celtic territory. Adam Matthews will take this one, so as you'd expect on the break, just a warning sign there for Celtic that Legia can still pose a problem.
Well, it was a good corner right to the back post. Fraser Foster made the decision to punch it there as well, and
oh my goodness, Fraser Foster there, I don't know if the throw-in took him by surprise, and it's a shot and it's saved low on the edge of the 6-yard box. It wasn't Fraser Foster's best clearance. He's normally so confident with the ball at his feet there, but he had to smother that shot there from the Legia captain Dolchak, who's maybe better at getting the ball on target from outside the box than he was from the penalty spot. That was maybe slightly fortuitous there for Celtic. Dolchak did the right thing, just played it the first time shot, but Fraser Foster read that one well. He'll be relieved as well with uncharacteristically poor clearance, but it's Celtic on the attack now, down the right hand side. It's still Adam Matthews. Matthews on the edge of the ball. It's good play for Matthews. He's inside the penalty area, plays it across, looking for Stefan Johansson, who'd arrived in the 6-yard box. It was smothered there by Dusan Kuciak, who stayed down, and it's going to be, I think he's going to be okay, the Polish goalkeeper. Wonderful play there from Matthews, looking for Stefan Johansson. Well, not surprisingly, Kuciak lives to fight another day. I don't like to say he's at it, but he's at it.
Well, looking back at that chance from Adam Matthews, it just shows you the quality that we have on this side. Adam Matthews able in defence and attack. He had the option to lay it out wide to Callum McGregor, but I think just getting a few words from Ronnie Dyler just now as well, telling him to get further forward, because he just breezed through 2-3 Legia Warsaw players there, and his ball into the box was the right one, just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, who, as you rightly say, Paul, is surprisingly back on his feet and seems to have his senses about him now.
Just over 11 minutes gone here at Murrayfield. It is Celtic 0, Legia Warsaw 0 on the night. Celtic need to peg back that 4-1 deficit from the first leg in the Polish capital, and it's Izagiri over the half-line, the ball knocked back, it's chested by Jesniak, and Izagiri battling for the ball, but he's penalised. The Legiaks to take the free kick quickly, the ball played down the right-hand side there by Duda. The ball into the box is played across the 6-yard box, and it's well read there by Fraser Forster, and again on the break Legia just trying to split the Celtic defence. The ball played down the right hand side, it swung into the box, but thankfully again Fraser Forster read that one well.
When you're trying to attack down the flanks as we are, you have to be wary of that counter attack from this away side here, but Fraser Forster was out, he was shouting loud, it was his ball and he collected it, and it's always good to see when you have such strength at the back line.
Well, Chris Commons let that one bounce over his left shoulder. He was one to just hit it on the bounce, and we've seen him connect with them. That one, it's not one of his better efforts, but you know he's got that in his locker, and I think it's always, when somebody like Chris Commons gets half a chance, it's always worth him having a go.
Well, every once in a while, as we know, Paul, he does hit the odd shot or that, but trundles out to the side. But we just think back to the countless magnificent strikes he's scored during his Celtic career from that sort of distance, so I don't think anyone begrudges him having a shot.
Well knocked forward by Johansson. He's playing on the left of midfield tonight. It's Mulgrew and Beaton in the centre of midfield. Callum McGregor on the right hand side. Chris Commons just playing off Anthony Stokes. So a very attacking side, as you would expect. The Celtic need to score 3 goals without reply. Izagiri penalised for the challenge there, and Legia Warsaw have a free kick about 10 yards inside the Celtic half, down the right flank, over on the right hand side. They'll just play it back to Zezniak, who switches it across to Astes, all the way back to the goalkeeper Kuciak, who clears it just from the D, knocks it forward, and again he's looking for Kucharczyk, who's making good movement down that left hand side. He kept the ball in play, but he just couldn't find any of his own men. But it's Legia again in possession, and they'll play it all the way back to their goalkeeper. He's taking no chances, again just plays it high over the halfway line. Offside flag there. It looked as if it was Jotnovic who was penalised for an offside, and Celtic in possession. Both managers standing in the edges of the technical area at the moment. The linesman on the far side flagged for that one. Ronnie Dyler shouting instructions to Virgil van Dijk. Henry Berg shouting instructions to his players. It's back with Lushnig inside his own half in front of the Celtic technical area. Switched across looking for Anthony Stokes. Stokes heads that one on, but he's flagged. He's come back from an offside position. I think he's looking around to see who it was, but I think he was the furthest man forward, and the linesman immediately had his flag up. And it's Legia have possession, back the ball knocked forward over the top, looking to go behind Adam Matthews, looking for Kucharczyk. Matthews did well there, knocks it forward to McGregor. McGregor right footed up towards the halfway line. There's no one there except Astes, pulls that one down under pressure from Commons, knocks it forward. Legia were claiming the ball would come off Commons, but it's out for a throw, and just in front of the Celtic dugout. Almost 15 minutes gone here, still goalless on a tense night. Celtic just have to be, I don't need to get the 3 goals, but just patience. The goals I think will come, Kenny.
Absolutely, Paul. We're playing the good football here, we're creating opportunities, we're pressing Legia Warsaw. I think there's a little bit of tension, as you would expect in such a high profile game that this is just now, but as we keep building, use a bit of patience, keep creating chances, I'm sure goals will come.
but it's Duda with some space down the left hand side, tries to knock it through, looking for the run for Radovic. A good play there from Legia on the ball again, gives it to Beaton just in front of the Celtic dugout. He clubs it forward looking for McGregor. It was a cheeky forward pass, but Brzezinski impressed in the first leg, plays it forward and onside there for Kucharczyk. He stayed down the left hand side, thankfully his control let him down at first, but Kucharczyk cuts to the edge of the box, plays it across. Virgil van Dijk blocks it, comes out to Djukovic. He plays it low on the left hand side. In fact, it was like Royce, the right back, who come forward, cuts inside. It's smothered at Fraser Forster's left hand post. So again on the break, Legia committing men forward. That was the right back who had the shot on target there.
Well, we've seen that a couple of times already. That's their second shot on target. But you see that, Paul, it's something to be wary of. But I think so far Celtic just have to keep playing their game, and so far we're getting away with it at the back just now.
Commons to Stokes, looking for the 1-2, flicks it through. Johansson just couldn't quite get there ahead of Dolchak, and let's do that in the centre circle, rolls it out to the right back. Broz still in his own half, about 10 yards inside his own half, checks his run, plays it back to Zezniak. Legia in possession at the moment, back with the captain Dolchak in the centre of the park, knocks it forward, tries to get the return, but Legia have given it away, and it's Commons, goes for the return. Mulgrew tries to thread it through, Stokes gets the break of the ball on the left hand side, inside left channel. Mulgrew's out wide, plays it low looking for McGregor. Astiz just stepped in ahead, and suddenly it's Legia 3 against 3. The ball played through the middle. That was an ambitious ball there for Kucharczyk, who came in off the left flank there, and thankfully I think it was Zyro tried to play that one through, but it was a poor pass from the striker, and it's Celtic down the left hand side with Johansson up against Dolchak, who's drifted over to the left hand side. Johansson thought he was going to cross, but leaves it for Izagiri. He plays it in the 6-yard box. It's a good delivery there. There's no one there. McGregor chases to keep that one in place. Up against Brzezinski, tries to check round him. Good play from McGregor on his left foot. Plays that cross to Charlie Mulgrew. A chance to shoot. Oh, saved on the edge of the 6-yard box from Kuchak. But wonderful play from Callum McGregor.
Absolutely wonderful from a young Celtic there, using his skill and his natural pace to get back by the fullback, creating a chance for Charlie Mulgrew. I think from that sort of distance, you always fancied Charlie to have a shot, but it was good to see his 2 Celtic players following the ball up.
Well, it looks as if Charlie, his standing foot might have just got away from under him. It looks as if he slipped a wee bit, because he was obviously trying to curl it beyond Kuchak at his right hand post, but McGregor again proving dangerous. I think Legia know how dangerous he is from the first leg. That wonderful goal he gave Celtic the opening, but it's Broz, the right back again, tries to curl it into the box. Legia get the break. It's Zyro takes the shot low beyond Fraser Forster's left hand post. It's behind for a goal kick. 18 minutes gone, still goalless here at Murrayfield.
Well, looking back at that last effort there from Celtic, it just shows the intention that we have. Try and get the ball back to Charlie Mulgrew from that distance. We're getting bodies into the box, which is positive. Look at the way Legia have set up here. That last effort is from distance, and as we've mentioned so many times here in Celtic TV, you have to do something pretty spectacular from distance to beat Fraser Forster.
Mulgrew loses out against Dolchak, the 2 captains battling there. Eventually it makes its way to Broz, the right back. Again he plays it forward looking for Radovic, the man who scored 2 goals and looked very dangerous throughout the night in Poland, but this time Virgil van Dijk clears it and he finds Dolchak, the captain. He knocks it forward looking for Radovic. He plays it towards the edge of the Celtic penalty area. Near Beaton challenges for that one, but the ball breaks to Radovic again. Radovic is under pressure from Beaton, just plays it back to Broz inside to Dolchak. He's under pressure from Commons, goes down, and the referee penalises Chris Commons there. I have to say, I don't think the referee could have been further away from that instant, but he still penalised Chris Commons, and it's a free kick, and Legia might look at this as an opportunity, Kenny, to swing the ball into the box.
It was a very soft free kick from the start there. I think the player made the most of it, but I'd agree with that one, Paul. I think it's the sort of distance that you can see the big guys coming up from the back forward, and they're trying to get an effort in here, but Fraser did his best to organise themselves on the 18-yard line.
And Brzezinski, the left back, I think will take this one, and again he'll probably just try and fire it powerfully into the box. Celtic, the defence lining up just in the 18-yard box. Brzezinski curls it into the penalty area. Adam Matthews is the man there. There was 2 men behind him, clears it to the edge of the box. It's knocked in. Looks as if it was an offside. It should have been a foul there. And in fact, the referee has penalised Legia. I was looking for the offside flag there, but Zesniak penalised the central defender there, makes his way back into position. But Brzezinski, the left back, as I said, he impressed me in the first leg with his delivery, but also his pace down the left flank. And he's proven dangerous from set pieces again.
Well, it was Paul, a good delivery into the box, right to the back post. Adam Matthews seemed to read it well, got down there, he had two Legia players lurking at the back post behind him, so it was a really important header for the Celtic fullback. But again, we just have to be wary of that set piece delivery that Legia have.
Coleman's just trying to work it through to Stokes. Legia get the break of the ball, they almost gave it away deep in their own territory. Duda knocks it across there from Zairo, he tries to flick it back but only succeeds in giving it away. It's Chris Coleman's, tries to skip round Dolchak, and the Legia captain does well, looking for the forward run. Suddenly there's two players against one, but Adam Matthews read that one well. Johansson nudges Zairo off the ball, and it's a free kick to Legia in the centre of the park, in the Celtic half of the field. Well, about 40 yards from goal. I certainly think it was maybe too far for Brzezinski to try a shot, but maybe try something from distance. He's maybe thinking there's nothing to lose. Stefan Johansson not happy with that challenge. I think he was indicating it was a shoulder challenge. I think that's what we all thought.
I think Stefan Johansson's trying to make the point to the referee that it was a 50-50 challenge. Just because the Legia player lost out to it doesn't mean it was a bad challenge. But again, here from the set play, it looks like Legia are ploughing guys forward here to try and create a dangerous situation.
Brzezinski this time will just float it into the box, looking for Jutlovic. He just knocked it into the penalty and it's cleared. Zagiri challenges for that one. And Zairo, the ball's cleared up towards the halfway line, about 10 yards inside the Celtic half, down the right hand side. Draws the right back, will take this one. And Legia, with 21.5 minutes gone, will be pleased with the way things have gone, really, because they've had a couple of shots on target. They've maybe limited Celtic to that chance from Charlie Mulgrew. And the one thing they not want to do, unlike the first leg, would have been to concede an early goal.
I think, particularly with Celtic have started playing as well, Paul, we've started positive, but as you rightly say, Legia lost, so they'll be happy. I mean, they've reached 20 odd minutes here at Murrayfield. They've kept it all square, which is a huge thing for themselves, of course, for their intentions. I think what we've seen so far from them, we have to be wary, as we've touched on, from set pieces. They seem to be trying to lump the ball towards the left hand side of the field, trying to exploit. Perhaps, I don't know whether it's get the ball over the top at Adam Matthews, but you have to remember he's a very quick player, very quick to recover, and is trying to keep him furthest back into the Celtic half so he's not attacking into the Legia one.
Mulgrew's over the halfway line, knocks it forward, looking for McGregor. It was always going to be difficult there. There was two red shots round him. Duda tries to thread it through an equally difficult space, and eventually Celtic regain possession. It's Izagiri back in his own half, knocks it inside to Virgil van Dijk. He switches it to the right hand side. He was looking for McGregor, but Brzezinski read that one well. Buton tried to knock it on, and again Brzezinski on the ball, but the ball breaks to Charlie Mulgrew. Lustig on the halfway line, down the right hand side, plays it out wide to Matthews in front of the Legia dugout. Near Buton on the halfway line, Virgil van Dijk's in space in the centre circle. Gives it to Buton, back an inside right channel over the halfway line. Down this right hand side, McGregor, he's looked dangerous. He set up that chance for Charlie Mulgrew. Skips past one challenge, but Brzezinski read it well. The ball's cleared only as far as Buton. He's looking for some options there. It's the play to Matthews inside to Commons. Commons knocks it forward, and Callum McGregor, surely his shot was being held back there by Brzezinski. The referee waves play on. Not sure what advantage it was, but it's Matthews inside the penalty area. Still Matthews, and he's just been shouldered off the ball there by Kucharczyk. Good defensive player, but I would have taken the free kick there because it gives you an opportunity in the edge of the box for the set piece into the penalty, and I'm not sure that was a good advantage.
I don't think it was any advantage at all, actually, Paul, because by pulling back his shot, you're forcing Callum McGregor out towards the touchline, and by this point the early opportunity to get the cross in has been wasted. But it was a strange decision for the referee to wave play on, but you would have taken the free kick in that situation.
The ball over the halfway line. Zairo challenges with Mulgrew, who wins the header, but the ball in the centre circle, and Jutlovic was clipping the ball over to the left hand side, just looking instinctively for Kucharczyk, who'd come inside, so the ball's out of play 25 yards from the Celtic goal line, down the right hand side. Adam Matthews with the throw in. Beaton comes short. Lustig just drops off. Charlie Mulgrew now. Mulgrew almost dispossessed there by Duda. Virgil van Dijk heads it back, and Fraser Forster did well there. Sense of relief ripples round Murrayfield as Celtic bring the ball clear. Mulgrew Stoke cushions that one forward to Izagiri, down the left hand side, he's got Johansson ahead of him. Commons making a race into the box, the ball's played across to Peter, he leaves it. McGregor curls it with his left foot there, just couldn't get under that one, but again, good play down the left from Izagiri, and McGregor would be disappointed he didn't keep that one down, but he's getting into these positions and he's looking dangerous tonight.
Well, strangely, Paul, for the guy that scored, Celtic scored over in Poland, it seems at times that Legia Warsaw forgot about him, because he seems to constantly pick up these little pockets of space, whether it's inside the box or just 20 yards from goal, as we've seen just there. It was a great effort by Callum McGregor. Disappointed he didn't keep it that little bit lower down, but again, if we keep playing like this, we'll eventually hopefully get a good chance to get that opening goal.
We saw the scoreboard there after 25 minutes here at Murrayfield in this UEFA Champions League third qualifying round, second leg. It's still Celtic 0, Legia Warsaw 0. For a long way to go in the game. Ronnie Dyler shouting instructions there. He'll be looking for certainly at least one goal without reply before half time, as Adam Matthews almost dispossessed, but he wins the throw in, and Lee Griffiths comes up off the bench, almost acting as a ball boy. The multiple ball system in play tonight, which negates any time wasting that Legia might try. The ball over the halfway line, Callum McGregor nudged off the ball. Stokes tries to play the 1-2 with Callum McGregor, but Astis picks up the ball, gives it back to his central defensive partner Zezniak. He threads it towards the halfway line. McGregor read that one well. Johansson nudged off the ball, and Zairo gives the ball to Broz, and it's Legia back in possession in their own half. The right back gives it to Zairo. Izagiri read that one well. Zairo stays down, but there was no foul. Johansson plays it through to Izagiri. First time delivery into the box. In fact, he checks his run, but he gives the corner kick. As Chris Commons was saying there, he wants it the first time, but it's a corner kick. Celtic's first corner. Can they get a goal, the vital goal?
Well, Paul, it's positive play, and it earned a great applause from the Celtic support here, as did this corner, because Kuciak in the Legia Warsaw goal did not look very confident in the first game. Hopefully we can exploit that here.
Anthony Stokes with the in-swinger. It's absolutely jam-packed in that 6-yard box at the moment, and suspect that's where that ball's going. Zairo getting a talking to, Chris Commons getting a talking to. Can a Celtic head get on the end of this ball? Can Celtic get the breakthrough? Anthony Stokes steps forward, delivers the ball into the 6-yard box. It comes off the top of a Legia head, and it's gone behind for a corner kick on this near side. And it may be Chris Commons to play another in-swinger, and I think after some of the flapping of the Legia goalkeeper in that first leg, Celtic see set pieces as a good goal opportunity. Chris Commons this time is going to flight this one in. Celtic looking for the goal. The ball played to the far post, and the goalkeeper palms it away, and the referee penalises Celtic for something.
Just see this replay here, Paul. Absolutely nothing in that. Again, this is one of these examples where Kuciak's come out, flapped at it. Virgil van Dijk is simply, quite correctly, challenged in the air, challenged him in the ball, in the air for the ball, if I get my words out here. But again, Kuciak just flapping at it. He does not look like a confident goalkeeper when the ball's put into the area, and again, it's something we need to try and exploit in this game when we can.
Johansson dispossesses Zairo, and Celtic on the attack. The ball over on the left hand side with Izagiri playing as a left winger at times here. Stokes goes outside, gives it to the Irishman, intercepted there by Zezniak. Izagiri gets the break of the ball, plays it into the box, but it's cleared by Jotnovic, who's just taken up a temporary central defensive role. Celtic battling for the ball. Izagiri challenged there, and it spins over on the far side. Broz with Johansson, the ball's out of play. That was McGrew. Now Broz he's off the park, he's down, just leave him. Johansson, well, he needed to look up there, because apart from the poor delivery, there was no one in the box.
Again, that's one of these examples where you can see the urgency in the Celtic team, but Stefan Johansson are just an example of a time you watch, kind of calm down, get your head up, look for the right opportunity.
Approaching the half-hour mark here. A wonderful atmosphere at the home of rugby, but tonight the home of the Scottish champions. Celtic looking for 3 goals without reply, but at the moment it's still goalless. And Brzezinski can keep that one in play, and it's a throw in down the right flank for Celtic. McGregor takes it to Commons to Matthews just in front of the Legia dugout. It's played inside towards McGrew. Legia trying to close the ball down, and it's Dolchak, the captain, who's the furthest man forward, and he's forced Celtic to play the ball all the way back to Fraser Forster, the edge of the 6-yard box, clears it high over the halfway line. He's had a free header, not only succeeds in finding Matthews. He's had a decent start to this game in the first half hour. Adam Matthews very dangerous coming forward. Lustig plays it long, looking for Johansson. The ball spins off the top of Roz's head. It's Johansson inside the box with Brzezinski. He gets a foot in. It should be another corner kick. It's Celtic's third corner in quick succession.
That's a clever play from Stefan Johansson, as you rightly say there, Paul. He was on his own up there, he was battling, and he used his strength to win as a corner, and another chance to put Kuchak under pressure here.
Celtic's third corner. We've gone half an hour here. Can we make it third time lucky? Anthony Stokes, and Celtic have just kept on the edge of the 6-yard box this time. 6-yard box not quite so cluttered. The referee just watching the movement inside the penalty area. Stokes fires it to the far post. It's not back to the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's Radovic who just hooks that one clear up to the halfway line. Johansson sprints to get that one, knocks it out wide. Stokes playing wide on the left at the moment, cuts inside onto his favoured right foot, gives it to Johansson, back to Beaton into the centre circle. Adam Matthews, the furthest man back, only Fraser Forster in the Celtic half at the moment. Beaton back into the centre circle, he slips it to the right hand side to Lustig, just leaves it for Matthews down the right flank. Still Adam Matthews, he's got the beating of this. In fact, he wins a free kick there. Zyro penalised there for the challenge, and I don't think they know how to deal with Adam Matthews' forward runs, but I think Chris Commons, in fact, he takes it quickly. Matthews, well, didn't really have any options there, and plays it to Radovic, and suddenly it's one-on-one. Celtic trying to get back. Radovic tries to go beyond Charlie Mulgrew. He's got Zyro in support. He's just waiting to get some red shirts up in support. Plays it across. Good play there from Mikael Lustig, who'd obviously come up for the free kick, and he was taken by surprise when it was taken quickly. Kucharczyk spun round Commons there, and it's Legia down the left hand side. Radovic on the left flank, plays it back into his own half. Astiz will take this one, so another wee scare there for Celtic. Matthews relieved after that slack back pass.
Well, it was uncharacteristic, as we've said, from Adam Matthews. He started this game strong, he's been playing well, but again it just shows that Legia, when they see a wee mistake, they're ready to capitalise on it.
Charlie Mulgrew takes up the ball just on the edge of the Celtic penalty area on the left hand side. He's got Izagiri ahead of him, gets the ball back. He's been closed down by Radovic. He might have to play it down the line looking for Stokes, only succeeds in finding Dolchak, who knocks it into the centre circle, finds Joklovic. He's dispossessed. There's 4 Celtic players there, but Legia get the break of the ball, and Astiz just knocked that one long looking for the ball. I thought Radovic was maybe offside, but the ball harmlessly back into the arms of Fraser Forster. And it's been a tough, a tense first half, but it's just that one break you're looking for, because you know, it's such a football cliche, Kenny, but goals change games.
Absolutely, Paul. I think if we get that opening goal, it will take a level of tension out of the Celtic team just now, because we've been playing well, we've been creating some good chances. You know, when we're going forward, that there's a confidence that comes with that, and the likes of Adam Matthews getting forward, causing problems for Legia Warsaw, and linking up with Callum McGregor, who again looks very bright in this game. We just need that opening goal, and I think we'll see a completely different game here.
Lustig gets the header back there from Izagiri. I think Fraser Forster was looking for the nod back. McGregor spins round, Brzezinski knocks it down the right hand side. Suddenly Celtic on the attack with Adam Matthews. He's got Stokes, he's got Commons ahead of him, plays it across, he just goes behind. Commons goes behind Stokes. Well, I think he was trying to indicate that they both made the run into the 6-yard box, and he was wanting one of them to drop off, but again, Matthews and McGregor, they're causing problems down this right flank, Kenny.
It's this side that's we're really getting a lot of success here, Paul, and I think that cutback, you could just see the frustration, the hands out from Chris Commons and Anthony Stokes, asking why it was pulled back. But I have to say Adam Matthews has done the right thing here. You'd expect one of those two to be dropped into that position. Chris Commons, that was so successful doing it last season, but just another near miss for Celtic here.
Adam Matthews tries to play it into Beaton, but it's clear followed by Astiz. Lustig gets there ahead of Radovic, and it's back in the centre circle with Virgil van Dijk. Still in his own half and knocks it across to the left hand side. Just over 10 minutes to go here until half time. Izagiri challenge there, and Zuzniak, and Legia being closed down deep in their own half, and the Celtic players and Celtic fans were looking for a throw in the way of the home side, but it's going the way of the visitors. Red shirts tonight. Duda knocks it across the right hand side, and it's headed out of play by Virgil van Dijk, who's drifted off to the left hand side. He's doing seems to be a man marking job in Radovic at the moment. The Serbian forward who scored twice in that first leg looked very dangerous. He's challenged again by Celtic's Dutchman. The ball knocked across, and Lustig gets in there just ahead of Kaczarczyk, which was just as well. Adam Matthews under pressure from Duda, does well, and it's Celtic. Now with Challen McGrew, the captain, looking for the forward run of Stokes. The ball floated forward. Kaczarczyk does well, read that one well just inside the penalty area, but he had to come out because Stokes had just got beyond Astiz. He's just taken a wee knock there. Got the ball back with Legia, 10 minutes to go. Still goalless here. The ball comes off Beaton, spins to Dolchak, plays it across, and it's viral on the edge of the box. He's inside the box, and he plays it into the back of the net. He shrugs off Izagiri. Celtic were looking for the opener, but it's Mikel Zairo. He scored one in Poland, he's scored again tonight, and it's an even more uphill task for Celtic. 10 minutes to go until half time. It's Celtic 0, Legia Warsaw 1.
Well, Paul, the unthinkable has happened. It's exactly what we didn't want. It was a ball over the top, and Zairo just breaking free from Emilio Izagiri and just slotting it past Fraser Forster. Heartbreak for the Celtics, considering we played so well in this first half, but the goal for Legia Warsaw gives them the opener here at Murrayfield.
Well, he came in off the right touchline, he shrugged off the attention of Izagiri. I criticised him in the first leg for getting into positions and taking too long to shoot. He didn't take any time there, he just side-footed it beyond Fraser Forster, and Ronnie Dyler stands hands on hips. Disappointment again, because he'll look at that as a defensive mistake there, a defensive error that's allowed Zairo just to run inside, and it was a good finish from the Polish striker, but a real blow for Celtic's chances.
I think that's absolutely right, Paul, and I think as we look back in a few moments of the first half as well, as what we've seen a couple of times from Legia Warsaw, as we commit men forward, they're looking for the counter-attack, they're looking for the opportunistic ball over the top. This time it's paid off for them, and they've got the opening goal.
Celtic need 4 goals now to take it into extra time. As Lustig just over the halfway line knocks it over to the left hand side, looking for Izagiri, but Kroos will just chase that one down and back into the arms of Kuciak, and the ball played over the top. It's missed by Lustig. Van Dijk read that one well ahead of Radovic. Duda penalised there for the foul on Mikel Lustig. So real disappointment here. Celtic need to get back in level terms as soon as possible. Even if we get back in level terms at half time, we'd still have the same thing if it was goalless. We still need those 3 goals, only we need it now to take it into extra time. The ball played forward, it goes behind Chris Commons, and Astiz plays it to Kuciak, left-footed clearance up towards the Legia technical area. Mulgrew back to Lustig, switched across to Virgil van Dijk, edge of the centre circle in the Celtic half of the field, immediately works it forward to Izagiri. Mulgrew in the halfway line. Legia, well, they had a 4-1 to defend before that, but they'll be working even harder now just to try and press Celtic. You can see the way they're pressing up towards the halfway line. They're trying to deny Celtic space.
No, Paul, we said that a goal's going to change this game. It's going to give whatever team scored it at that level of confidence, and we can see that flowing through the Legia Warsaw team just now. They're pressing down Celtic, they're trying to take the game to the Scottish champions, try and force errors from them. But Celtic need to see past that and try and get a goal here, which I think would really change it if we win at 1 each at half time.
The ball over on the left hand side with Nir Beaton. Inside now to Stefan Johansson. Adam Matthews is hugging the right touchline. Ball fired across. Matthews checks his run, controls the ball. He's got McGregor inside, gives it to Mulgrew. The ball back in the halfway line into the centre circle. Johansson's drifted into the centre of the park, plays it over the top, looking for Stokes, but it's headed clear by Astiz. Duda gets in there ahead of Beaton. Johansson gets the break of the ball, gives it to Commons, goes for the 1-2. A challenge there, looked like a foul by Zairo. Well, the referee, in fact, he dropped his whistle there. Johansson's taking a sore one. The referee seems to be reluctant. I'm not sure whether it's just the atmosphere, but you hardly hear his whistle, but at that time I think he dropped it, but that looked like a late challenge from Zairo and Stefan Johansson. It looks as if he's taking a bit of a sore one.
Stefan, not really the type of player as we know, Paul, to get down and make a meal of things, so I think he was just caught awkwardly there, and also I think the way he fell didn't help things either, but I don't know how he's actually caught. I think his knee's holding there looking at the replay, but as we have a quick look at the clock there, Paul, around 5 minutes to go till half time, and a good chance from the set piece here for Chris Commons with a good delivery here from Celtic's reigning player of the year.
Well, Celtic really want to be getting back in level terms before half time. They've got 5 minutes of this first half in which to try and do it. Chris Commons stands waiting to take this free kick. He'll flight it into the box looking for the run. Charlie McGrew only finds the head of Jotlovic, who heads it clear. Radovic is the first man to react, flicks it inside, and suddenly it's 3 against 3. Well, thankfully Duda's first touch was a poor one, otherwise he was going to try and switch that one to the right hand side, and it was Kucharczyk, who's been playing on the left tonight, who had been belting down that right hand side. The ball's played forward too far, too fast for Kucharczyk, and it's Celtic now with McGrew. John Collins out just shouting instructions there. Skips past the challenge, still in his own half, knocks it inside there to Beaton. Beaton will just work it across to Lustig over the halfway line, down the inside right channel. He's got Matthews out wide, he's got McGregor out wide, instead opts to play it towards Commons. A late challenge there on Commons, and then Duda's penalised. I'm not sure which one the referee would penalise, and Zezniak seemed to object to either of those two challenges from the referee, and he's warned that it's given Celtic a chance or a delivery into the box, and Kucharczyk just picking the ball away there. And the fourth officials speaking to Henningberg as well, warning him that Chris Commons needs a good delivery into the box. Virgil van Dijk's forward, Near Beton's forward, Charlie Mulgrew and Mikael Lustig. There's a lot of height there in the penalty area. Legia holding a line, a red line right across the 18-yard line, but they'll step back when Chris Commons steps forward, delivers it into the penalty spot, looking for a Celtic head. Seemed to come off Virgil van Dijk, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. With 3 minutes to go here at Murrayfield, and it's Celtic 0, Legia Warsaw 1.
Looking back to that chance for Virgil van Dijk, I think the only option Legia Warsaw have is to surround him when he's in the penalty box and try and put him off as he tries to connect with his headers. He did well there, but just sort of sums up a lot that we have right now. That as he headed it down, he was just behind Anthony Stokes, but Celtic have to keep pressing, have to keep their heads up, and keep trying to push something against this Polish opposition.
Kucharczyk down the left hand side, curls it into the box. Izagiri clears it right footed up to the halfway line. Stokes knocks it on. He was trying to find Commons, but the ball spins into the centre circle, and Zezniak rolls it out wide to the right back Broz, and he'll play it all the way back to his goalkeeper, who's about 20 yards from his own goal line. Right footed clearance high over the top. Virgil van Dijk's the only man there, and he pushes his header down to Emilio Izagiri. Zairo and Duda immediately tried to close down Izagiri, but he plays it inside to Lustig. Celtic building from the back over to the right hand side. With a bit of joy down this right hand side with McGregor and Matthews. Here Beton goes for the 1-2. Charlie Mulgrew is challenged there by Duda, holds him off. Mulgrew's boot seemed to slip off his heel, gives it to Virgil van Dijk. He's over the halfway line. Back to the Celtic captain, he's in the centre circle in the Legia half of the field, switches it to the right back. Matthews forward to McGregor, back to Matthews again. Lustig in his own half. His only option is Adam Matthews. McGregor's ahead of him again. Knocks it forward, looking for McGregor. Ziski happy just to head that one out of play, 18 yards from the Legia goal line. The one taken quickly from McGregor. He's on his favoured left foot, knocks it inside to Beaton. Beaton, the edge of the box, forward to Stokes. Stokes flag for offside. Frustration for Celtic. A free kick for Legia, and the Polish side will be delighted just to get possession back. There'll be no great hurry. Kucharczyk, the goalkeeper, to take this free kick. They've got the one goal in the first half. The fourth official has his board. We may see one added minute, I think, no more than that in this first half. A first half that seems to be heading towards disappointment for Celtic. They're trailing 4-1 from the first leg, and they're losing 1-0 tonight. As Kucharczyk deep in Celtic territory down the left hand side, just plays it short to Radovic, gets the return, knocks it back down the line to Brzezinski, 25 yards from goal, plays it back to Kucharczyk, keeping possession. Legia back to the left back, forward to Radovic, and eventually runs into too many hook shots, but he wins a throw in. And Legia eating up the time. By my watch, we've got about 30 seconds of normal time, plus whatever the officials decide to add on. As Matthews clears it forward, only finds Brzezinski. He knocks it into the box. Zagiri chests that one down. It's been hunted down by Radovic. He eventually clears it right-footed, only as far as the captain Dolchak. Forward now to Radovic. He checks his run. Still Radovic, left-footed, takes a shot and is blocked by Virgil van Dijk. Celtic almost the authors of their own downfall there. They're forced to clear it. There will be one added minute here in the first half, and it's Legia on the front foot, Celtic defending.
Well, Paul, the way we started the first half, you wouldn't expect here as in the 45th that Legia would be on the front foot, particularly with one goal to the good. Celtic trying to get into the break here, regroup and come out stronger in the second half, we hope.
Throw into Celtic over the far side. It's going to take an incredible effort in the second half for Celtic to score 4 goals and take this game into extra time. As Dolchak heads that one back deep into Celtic territory, Virgil van Dijk on the edge of his penalty area gives it to Fraser Forster. He's been closed down, but clears it right-footed up towards the halfway line, looking for McGregor. Now Brzezinski brings that one down, cups it forward, looking for the run of Kucharczyk. Lustig read that one. He's forced almost to the corner flag. Tries to play it off the Polish player, but only succeeds in playing it out. And it's a throw in to Legia, say 12 yards or so from. In fact, they're not going to get a chance to take it. And the first half has ended in disappointment for Celtic. They were trailing 4-1 from the first leg, but that man there, Mikael Zairo, with the only goal of the first half, he cut in off the right flank, shrugged off the attentions of Emilio Zagiri, composed himself and side-footed it beyond Fraser Forster. It's given Legia Warsaw a vital lead, a vital away goal. Celtic know what they have to do in the second 45 minutes. They need to score 4 goals without reply. It's going to be tough, not impossible, but it's the last thing they wanted was to lose a goal, Kenny, in the first half.
Well, we're talking about things with, as you say, Paul, it was what we didn't want to see, and I think Legia Warsaw scoring is right up there, and real disappointment for Celtic, particularly the way we've been playing. We've found so much success down this right hand side with the combination of Adam Matthews and Callum McGregor, but to concede in the way that we did, I think was particularly disappointing. And a chance, I think, at half time, Paul, for Celtic to regroup. And you would imagine, 4 goals, as you touched upon, it's going to be a tall order, but